Hello everyone, this is Yana Smakula. Welcome back for another Yippee For Yana episode. In this video, I'm creating an almost one layer card with the Tucked Hearts stamp by Simon Says Stamp. So let's go ahead and get started. Here's a look at this stamp set. This is a large background stamp and it is very unique. It's very beautiful. It lends itself to beautiful colored backgrounds. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp this image using alcohol marker friendly ink. I'm using Simon Says Stamp Intense Black ink. I'm using my Misty stamping tool and I'm stamping this onto Nina Solar White 80-pound cardstock. This is a large stamp and I'm going to stamp this image several times. I think I ended up stamping this 3 times to make sure I get a very nice crisp black impression. This transfers a ton of ink onto the paper, and if you start coloring this right away, you might smear that ink. So what I like to do is I like to set my panel onto a warm surface or a hot surface, or just like set it aside. If, let's say, if I'm stamping this the night before, I can easily come back and start coloring it the next day. But I was trying to stamp this and color this in one day. So I set it on top of my Glimmer hot foil system. So here's a little trick for you. If you have a hot foiling system, you can use it to dry your panels. Obviously, my panel is larger than an A2 card. I am making an A2 card today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this down to size. I don't want this to be bigger. I want this to be exactly 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. So I'm using my paper trimmer and cutting this to size to make sure I'm not spending any extra time or I'm not wasting any extra marker on the areas that I won't use on my finished card. I'm using a T-square ruler here to help me figure out where the center of my panel is. That heart in the center, it is going to be in the center of my panel. So I'm trying to make sure that this panel is cropped in such a way so that that heart is exactly in the center. Next, we're going to do some coloring. My color combo for today is very unusual. It is green and red. So here I have my Copic markers. You can use Olo markers or other alcohol markers. I love Copics, so this is what I'm using. So I'm going to have a red heart in the center of my panel, and then the rest of the hearts are going to be green, but they're not going to be just like one solid layer of color. I'm going to add some shading to create depth or the illusion of depth on this panel. This is going to be a one layer panel, but the coloring will add the shading and will make it look dimensional. Now, the inspiration for this card came from my apartment. The walls in my living room are colored green, and they're pretty much the same color as the markers that I picked today. And I recently ordered a poster for the wall, and the poster, I'll insert a picture here. The poster is red with white text and like a little hint of green. And that poster fits really well in my living room, and I really love that contrast, that little pop of red against the green walls. So that's the inspiration, the color inspiration for the card I have for you today. If you've never tried this color combination, I mean, obviously you have tried this color combination because it's a classic Christmas color combination. It's the green and red. But if you have never tried this color combination for other types of cards, other occasion cards, I encourage you to give it a try because red and green, these colors are fabulous together and not just for Christmas. So here I used a Copic marker that was the R27 and I saturated the entire heart in the center using this color. Next, I'm using R39. This is my shadow color, and I'm adding shadow on the right-hand side of this heart where it overlaps with the second heart next to it. So you can see that all of the hearts here, they overlap. So there is another heart that overlaps the heart next to it. So there is always a heart or several hearts that overlap the other hearts. And where there is that overlap, this is where I'm going to add shading to create depth and the illusion of dimension. For the green colors, for the green hearts, all of the green hearts, the rest of the background is going to be colored using just one marker, the G94. Make sure you have a re-inker for the markers you're using, because this type of card, this type of background is going to take a lot of ink from your Copic markers. I don't mind this. In fact, this is what I have my Copic markers for. I want to be able to use them to color backgrounds. So I have re-inked my G94 marker prior to coloring this background because it was running a little bit dry. I'm also using G99 as the shadow color, and you will see me adding the shading here and there where the hearts are being overlapped. Now, when it comes to coloring, all of these hearts, they have lines to them. So when I color, I try to follow those lines. So I don't just scribble the color all over the heart or all over the background. I sort of try and follow the lines, and I feel like that just gives me a slightly better result. I do go over each section twice, sometimes maybe even 3 times, because I feel that that saturates my paper better. When I flip this background to the back, you can see that the color seeps to the back. So this is Nina Solar White 80-pound cardstock, not 110, the 80-pound cardstock. And all of that marker, all of that color that I'm adding so much marker, so much ink that you can see it from the back of the panel. So if you're trying to replicate or copy this design, copy this card, and if you're not sure if you're adding enough ink or if your coloring looks splotchy, check the back of your panel and see if you have ink there. Because if you don't, I would say maybe you need to go over your image and reapply the ink just so that the color is a little bit more solid. I'm going to speed up the rest of the coloring. I did record how I colored the entire panel because, well, first of all, I wanted to show you the coloring process. Second of all, I wanted to see how long it would take. So it took me about, I would say, 20 to 25 minutes. I was taking some breaks, some pauses. I was stretching my back because my back was starting to hurt, and then my hand was starting to hurt from, clenching the marker for such a long period of time. But it took about 20 minutes. So if you want to copy this card, you'll need at least 20 minutes for the coloring. I will also say that you can try other colors. It doesn't have to be red and green. It can be pink and yellow. It can be teal and yellow. It can be pink and red. So many different color options out there for you to try. Sky is the limit. So, be creative. See if there is color inspiration around you and see if you can replicate that color on your card. You do need just 2 colors. One color for the background and then another color for the main heart in the center. Make sure you are adding the shading because it looks absolutely different. It looks, I will say, boring and flat without the shading. So make sure you are using a darker color marker and you are adding the shading to your hearts. If you don't have a darker green or whatever darker color, you can also use gray markers. Like a dark gray marker would create a nice shadow and will darken your main color. So here's a look at the panel. Love it. It is so vivid, so dimensional. All of that shading creates the illusion of many layered hearts, and it absolutely does not look like this is a flat sheet of paper. My card is going to be very simple. Because I have this beautiful background, I just need to add a simple sentiment. I decided to use the easy strips from Simon and Kathy Zilski, and I also have the easy rectangles to cut the strips out. So I went ahead and I cut one panel. These are actually very convenient. If you haven't used those, be sure to give them a try because you just run these through a die cutting machine and you have a bunch of sentiments in no time. I have already used one sentiment on the test card that I was making before I started filming this video. And then for this card, I'm going to pick a different sentiment just that I have, variety. I was planning at first to make the same exact card, but then I decided why not go with a different sentiment so that I have a slightly different card on hand. And I'm going to go with one that reads, "You are on my mind." I used foam adhesive squares in black and then a T-square ruler and foam mounted my sentiment in the center. All I have to do now is adhere this panel onto a card base. So here I have an A2. I think this is a top folding card, and I'm using double-sided tape to add this panel to the card base. This is going to make an almost one layer, almost flat card. I do need to trim this down slightly because I have a little bit of the white from the card base showing from under my background. And here is a look at the two panels or the two cards that I made. At this point, I decided I needed to add some embellishments, and I just added a couple of rainbow splash drops from Simon Says stamp to liven these up. So here's a look at the cards I have for you today, created with the fabulous Tucked Hearts stamp by Simon Says stamp. Thanks so much for joining me today. Love you guys, and I will see you again next time.